Peace, what's going on? It's your boy C. Versi back for another episode of the Talking to Myself podcast. As always, trying to be more consistent with this thing, so let's get into it. I just turned 37, and as always, when it's my birthday, that's when I do my New Year's resolutions. I don't do them on January 1st. I feel like everyone's New Year is their actual birthday. So that's when I do my resolutions. So this segment's going to be about my resolutions. So more visuals, more releases. I know I say that a lot, but yeah, just putting out more music um, and putting visuals behind it. If not music videos, then advertising trucks, the LED trucks, or just different things that are visual and creative that don't necessarily mean just a music video. So I've gotten into the habit of creating reels and content and behind the scenes stuff, and I do that way more than I do music videos. So crank that up more and mix in music videos because I do have to mix in music videos. Can't skip that in this day and age. Pay off debt faster. Definitely gonna jump on this student loan forgiveness shit ASAP. Waited for them to drop the application, but luckily I was already looking into my student loan debt because of going back to college. So I already know what website and I already know how much I owe and what my payments will be. It's just a matter of getting this forgiveness. Oops, hit the mic. Yeah, it's just a matter of getting this forgiveness. So that's a big chunk of my debt. Another big chunk of my debt is child support, old child support, and there's no way around that. Like I can't get a passport until I clear out this old past due child support. So, um, and yeah, there's nothing else to say about it. Like, um, the kids are great, but the government feels how it feels, and there's money that's owed. Being young, or having kids in my 20s, not just being on top of my finances, I accumulated a lot of child support debt in my 20s that I need to take care of because it's starting to hinder my life now and will continue to do so until I take care of that. So pay off all that debt, which is really just student loans and past due child support. Be more social, go out to events more, introduce myself to people more. I don't really go out to events like that. Part of that is because I went to a lot of events, like just on the come up. But even when I was doing that, I wasn't really social. I need to be way more social than I have been. And that's just because I have businesses. I'm not saying that everyone in life needs to be social, but for me to have an entertainment company and a marketing company, and to be selling clothes and just to be doing the things that I do, it is based off of the interest of the general public or whoever's into the niche thing that I'm doing. I have to grab their attention. That involves being more social. That involves going out, shaking hands, and kissing babies. So I've got apps that are telling me, about things that I should be going to. Outside of like Eventbrite, I have the ETA app. The ETA app tells you where all the black events are. So I'll be using that more. I open it a lot, but I never show up. Part of that before was having no car, but now that I have the e-bike, I pull up to more things, and I'm a month away from getting a car, so I'll definitely be pulling up to more things once I have a car. Let's see, bigger shows and events. I was gonna put that with more visuals and more releases, but that is a separate thing. I do need festivals. I know how to get them, and I just need to focus. My son is getting older. He's about to be 17. And so there's a lot of ground that we can both cover. So the things that I feel that I might be too old for, he is perfect for. So it's just about doing things bigger. We need bigger stages in order to grab more fans in real life. Like the more visuals and more releases is more of a social thing and more of a digital thing, putting out more stuff so that people can see you. But the bigger shows and events, and that's just festivals, that is grabbing people who are out spending money on these festivals, but they don't know me. They don't know me and my son. So putting myself in places where people can see us. So obviously, we're not about to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show, but there are tons of festivals that have these open slots, and I know how to get them. I just need to focus on that. Get back to investing. Oh man, I am so sick. I'm so sick, congested. I hear it. That's so nasty to do. I'm like, whatever. Um, Getting back to investing. I'm really big on investing. I get up. My alarm is set for 4 o'clock every morning, Monday through Friday, because I used to take that time to get up, start my day, and research the stocks that I was either investing in with real money or paper money. Since shit's gotten bad with COVID and just a few life changes, I don't really get up and invest like I used to. And I need to, because investing will and investing can and will change your life if you do it right. Obviously, it's not for everybody, but it can be. It's just a matter of doing the research. Not everybody's going to do the research. I've already got a handle on it. I taught myself how to invest, but that did take. It took a while. It took a while. And I'd have a better handle on things. Maybe if I went to somebody else to learn, but I taught myself in the way that I knew that I could retain the information. So I might be better off. Anyway, getting back to investing. Investing is important. I still do it a little bit, but not enough to say that I am an investor, if that makes sense. Um, get a handle on my dating life. I'm gonna do a whole separate segment about dating and what dating has been like for the last year, but to make this a small, quick thing, dating sucks. Dating definitely sucks. Um, I can't say that the dating scene is ass or the dating pool is ass. I just can say that my dating life hasn't been the greatest. There's a lot of factors to consider, like who wants to be around kids, who thinks that they're gonna make it to the point of being around kids. There are women that I've taken out on dates that thought that they were really close to like being around my kids or meeting my kids, and that was not the case at all. Um, and that just throws things off. Like, oh, I'm not. I mean, women that are like, oh, I'm not, ready for someone with kids, um, which is fine. Um, but that's also you assuming that you're going to be anywhere near my kids anytime soon. The way this world is set up with people being weird, whether you know them or not, I might be inclined to never introduce anyone to my kids. Obviously, never being a question mark in time, but I'm not in a rush to introduce women to my kids like at all. I treat my dating life as a separate thing from my dad life, and I think that is a hard thing for women to understand, or at least the women that I've been interacting with. I won't put that on all women. But yeah, so dating hasn't been great. Um, Going back out here and doing shit like going out to dinner and shit like that. It's made me realize that I've got to step up my finances if I'm going to be out here uh, on the scene like that. Because even if I'm just going out by myself, let's say I just take myself out to a nice restaurant, that is some change. And I had to get over that in myself. Like, yo, you're being cheap, like with yourself. Like, if you're being cheap with yourself, you'll definitely be cheap with the next person. So, rearranging my financial situation has helped me give a better understanding of how dates should go and what's expected, like on a date. Um, I'm kind of freestyling on this thought, so I'm trying to figure out how to explain it without giving too much, like, without there being too much dead air. Um, how can I explain this? I think I gotta save that for a whole different segment where I can get deeper into it. But yeah, get a handle on dating in a sense of who I'm gonna be taking out and where do I think it's going? I do have a good, I have a good beginning get to know you conversation that kind of lets me know like if this is headed somewhere that we both see from the jump, so we're not wasting each other's time. I won't get into what that conversation is like on here, um, but I've been more aware of from the jump, trying to figure out where their head is at and where their goals are, and just what they assume my life is like. A big hurdle has a big hurdle in dating has been the assumption that women have once we get to the point of dating. Like this, women that have known me through social media have these assumptions that like I'm married or they no, that's it. That's the main thing. A lot of women that have known me through social media assume that I've been married this whole time, and I think that is really weird. I think that's weird. Um, because I think it's weird that you've been okay, like interacting and flirting with someone that you thought was married. So I've been unfollowing and blocking those women, um, just because I think that's weird. And you, it's a value thing. It's a value thing. Like, obviously, I've cheated in my past, but I've never been a married cheater. If that makes sense. Like, I do draw the line at marriage. That's whatever. My line is my line. I think it's weird that women have been flirting with me thinking that I'm married. So once I find that out, I've cut them off. And then when it comes to women that don't know me, there's always a question of having a baby. Like, how did I end up single with a baby? I've covered that before in a podcast, but obviously if you just met me, you haven't heard my podcast. So that does get weird, and obviously you come to it with your own assumptions of how I got to that point. And I'm kind of tired of answering that question. So yeah, man, I'm just kind of sick of dating. I'm just gotta find something else to do with my time. Because I've got a lot of free time now, and it's just my mind wanders way too much. I don't like silence, which is why I've always got on headphones. Uh, but that is it for this segment. I don't want to leave y'all with too much dead air. I just wanted to catch up with you guys and share with you my resolutions for my new year. Make sure that you like and subscribe. There will be links to where you can get a mic like this, a ring light like this, if you want to start your own podcast, or am I just talking to myself? Peace.